Chris, given the difficulties you guys have had this season, how much motivation is there to go down there and sort of put on a different face as a team and, you know, want to play in front of all your friends and family and have the kind of result you've had in recent weeks? Is that extra motivation to really turn things around now?
I think there's more of determination, to go to our hometown and impress our family and friends and stuff. But I don't think we're gonna come out any different than we have the past couple weeks. We still have the same routines, and we're just gonna try and play harder and eliminate the turnovers.
We asked Bryce a little bit about defense, and we asked you that the other day after the game. Can you talk about, I would think tackling is the part of the deal that maybe is going to be the weirdest if you actually have to do it. When's the last time you played defense, and did you like it? And how difficult will it be to adjust to being a tackler if you had to do this?
I think playing defense would be, kind of fun. I think it would be kind of difficult in the sense that I'd be coming off the field on offense and then going straight to defense. But I don't think they're going to start me as a DB or, do anything like that immediately. But in the past, I've played DB as a freshman in high school, and then I also played a little bit my sophomore year. But my senior year in a camp, I played DB in Elite 11, and, I did okay. So, I'm pretty comfortable, and I know, the different techniques of receivers, so I know what to look out for.
Can you talk about the tackling aspect of it? It's one thing to try to know where the receivers are going, but to tackle when you haven't done that in so long.
I think I just have to refresh my memory and, go into practice and just work on the drills with Coach Stu. But, I don't think it's going to be too hard to just know how to tackle.
You were able to take some punts in the game last week, and that was something you're going to do to start the season before you had that little shoulder setback. Is this something we can expect to see more from you, or are you going to be the number one punt returner from here on out?
Yes, I am going to be the number one punt returner. I was flooded with a few injuries in the beginning of the season, and so they didn't want to put me back there knowing that I'm not comfortable, in practice, and also not being able to move the way I wanted to. I didn't want to have to go on offense and then go back to punt return and, put extra stress on whatever injury I had.
So you're feeling pretty much recovered from the little setbacks you had to start the season?
Yes.
And do you think, punt return, it's a type of play, if you can bring that back for a huge game, can really change the momentum of a game? Is that the kind of mindset you have right now, that you want to start making plays, not only on offense but also on special teams?
Yes, I feel like, the more plays you make on different aspects, such as when you're on special teams and you can return a kick return or a punt return, and then also on defense when you get turnovers, pick six, other aspects, other than offense, it's always going to make a huge impact on the game, and I feel like I can do that on punt return.
Okay, any further questions?
Chris, what's your impressions of UCLA, based on what you've seen on TV or on tape?
UCLA is a very good team. We're gonna have to bring it all, but I think they're beatable, just like any other team, just like last year. And we just got to come out and put forth our best effort.
Do you go into that game feeling a little bit extra confidence, knowing what you did to them last year?
Not really. Last year was last year, and it's a whole new year. We're just gonna come out and just play our game, and hopefully we gain that confidence so that we don't turn over the ball and we could drive down like we've been doing, but we just got to execute and score.
Before the season, Rick Neuheisel told us that he thought you were going to be, out of all the receivers in Southern California when he was recruiting you, that you were going to be one of the best, and they made a pretty hard push you towards the end. What turned the tide in Cal's favor back then?
What's your question again? Sorry.
What turned the tide in Cal's favor back when UCLA was coming hard at you at the end of your recruiting process?
I feel like UCLA didn't want me as hard as they were trying to push towards the end of my recruiting process. So they weren't even really an option, because I felt like I was just like a backup type of receiver to them, because they didn't get the guys that they wanted. So I never really looked into UCLA.
You and Jared obviously hooked up a lot last week on the field. You had 14 catches. Do you feel like you two are starting to build a really good chemistry and knowing each other and each other's ins and outs?
Definitely. We're, in practice, we're starting to get a feel for, like where the defenders are and in certain coverages and what we're supposed to do on certain plays. And, I feel like he's getting a better feel for just knowing where to put the ball and also just making the right reads. And so, I like the chemistry we've gained in the past couple weeks.
Okay, any further questions for Chris?
A lot of the talk has been about how Jared's on pace to break all these records, but with the game you had last week, it looks like you're a guy that has a chance to kind of cement your name in the Cal record books along the receiving ranks. Is that something you ever put any thought into or look at?
Definitely it's something that I would want to do, but it's not something that is a primary goal of mine. It's just something that, it comes to the back of my mind, and, I know what the records are, and if I break them, great. It's not like I have the power to just do it myself. It's the collaboration of my teammates also, so I'm just going to try and do my best.
Chris, have you ever even been in the Rose Bowl, and what do you recall about it if you had, and what were the circumstances?
I've been to a few games, a few UCLA games back when I was in high school. It's a cool stadium, and I'm excited to play back at home, and that's all I have for it. Only feelings I have for it.
How many friends and family do you have there?
A lot. I have my whole dad's side of the family and my mom's side of the family, and a couple friends that said they wanted to come watch, and coaches, that have coached me in high school and also in camps and 7-on-7 passing leagues and stuff like that have told me they're coming.
And are you responsible for getting all those tickets, and how many is it?
I can't. I don't have enough tickets for all of them, but I did my best to try and get as many of them as I could.
Okay, anything else for Chris? Okay, we'll have Jeffrey Coppert here next.